I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world?
He didn't sing. He didn't dance. He didn't give a speech. But in one brief appearance, Taehyung managed to move the hearts of millions around the world. Welcome back to K-pop News, where you can feel every beat of emotion in the world of K-pop. This time, we'll be discussing one of the most emotional and unexpected moments of 2025. Kim Taehyung's appearance on the final stage of J-Hope's solo tour, Hope on the Street Final. In the backstage atmosphere filled with excitement and tension typical of final concerts, a figure appeared without announcement, without fanfare, but immediately captured everyone's attention. Kim Taehyung, clad in a plain white t-shirt and classic jeans, turned the moment into a living painting. No flashy clothes, no heavy makeup, but the aura he exuded silenced everyone. One camera captured him sitting quietly in the waiting room, taking in his surroundings with a deep gaze. The small smile that occasionally crossed his lips felt like a warm embrace in a noisy world. Many ARMYs say, a smile is like home. It's quietly comforting. But Taehyung's presence is more than just a visual. He comes as an old friend, a kindred spirit, present at his best friend's most important moment. When J-Hope comes off the stage, Taehyung stands, hugging him tightly. Not just any hug, but one that carries the history of more than 10 years of togetherness, laughter, and tears. Taehyung's every movement in the 20-plus minute video is like silent performance art. He doesn't say much, but his posture, his gaze, and his expressions speak volumes. When the camera catches his face looking at J-Hope speaking, there are tears in the corners of his eyes. His face is serious, yet filled with pride. It's not just support, it's a silent acknowledgement of a struggle he understands wholeheartedly. The studio lights can't hide his natural beauty. In fact, he seems even more radiant. His symmetrical face, flawless skin, and flowing expressions are like poetry. Many Korean netizens have described Taehyung in this episode as being like the main character of an indie film, calm, mysterious, and very human. Several screenshots from this episode were immediately used as wallpapers by fans, and Taehyung's portrait went viral across social media. Numerous ARMYs from Japan, Korea, and even America wrote the caption, "He looks like he doesn't belong in this era. He's timeless." Taehyung's appearance was an unexpected emotional culmination of J-Hope's entire tour. It was like an elegant and touching epilogue. A beautiful ending, but also a new beginning for their story as individuals and as part of BTS. What made this moment even more special was how Taehyung never tried to steal the spotlight. He knew this stage belonged to J-Hope. He wasn't there to perform, but to be there. It was a form of support not everyone can give. A genuine, silent yet profound support. Stylists even called Taehyung's look here quiet luxury. His style, low-key yet sophisticated, exuded confidence without shouting. Even his silver watch became a symbol of gentle yet assertive masculinity. As he slowly lowered his head, his black hair falling to his forehead, the entire online world erupted in excitement. One small movement from Taehyung could evoke a wave of emotion across the globe. And it didn't take long for the name, Taehyung, to hit global trends just hours after the episode's release. It wasn't just ARMY who were captivated, J-Hope himself looked so happy. His smile widened, his aura brighter when he saw his friend in attendance. And when they looked at each other and chuckled after the concert, there were no words. But everyone knew it was the laughter of two hearts that understood each other without the need for explanation. Many fans called Taehyung the emotional anchor in this episode, the one who provided balance, one whose mere presence warmed the atmosphere. He was like a small candle in a dark room, not blinding, but enough to make everything feel alive. His presence was a reminder that in such a competitive and stressful industry, kindness and sincerity still shine the brightest. Taehyung is a living example that true charisma doesn't need to be faked. It exists, and it's enough to make the world stop for a moment. What makes this moment so moving isn't just Taehyung's incredible visuals or his captivating, calm aura. It's his presence as a symbol of a friendship that remains unchanging despite the passage of time, of an affection that doesn't need to be announced, simply demonstrated through presence. In an entertainment world filled with spotlights and pressure, where everything is fast and furious, this moment between Taehyung and J-Hope feels like a pause. It's a momentary reminder that behind the scenes, behind the great achievements, lies a profound human bond. A bond formed not by fame, but by trust and shared history. One of the most shared video clips shows Taehyung standing in the corner, speechless, simply watching J-Hope deliver a final message to the team and fans. And there, it's clear. Taehyung is present not just physically, but emotionally. The look in his eyes speaks volumes more than anything. It's a genuine pride that only someone who has witnessed their friend's struggles from the beginning. From the cramped practice room years ago, to the grand stage of a solo world tour. From difficult times with no guarantee of a future, to today, where each of them has become a living legend. Many armies wrote, "Seeing Taehyung there felt like watching BTS's History Walk Among Us." He didn't come with a performance, but with memories.
And it's true.
Taehyung, amidst the spotlight and the hustle and bustle of the industry, still chose to be a silent presence, yet left a deep impression. In this episode, he reminded many that the most beautiful form of love is when someone doesn't come to be the center of attention, but comes to make sure you're not alone. J-Hope was visibly moved. In a post-episode interview, he briefly remarked, "V came. I don't know what to say, but it means a lot to me." It was a short sentence, but everyone knew that, for J-Hope, Taehyung's presence was the most precious gift at the end of his journey. Not because Taehyung is a BTS member, but because he is a friend who came just when he needed it. Not only that, Taehyung's aura also transformed the backstage atmosphere. Many staff members commented on how the atmosphere in the room became calmer, more focused, and more peaceful. It was like a natural energy that soothed the hearts of everyone around him. It's no wonder fans call him Walking Serenity. A figure who doesn't need to say much, but always manages to calm the chaos around him. And at the end of this emotionally charged tour, he became the anchor that held everything together. More than just a visual, more than just an artist, Taehyung in this episode embodies the true meaning of a friend. He comes in, pauses, smiles, hugs, and then sits back down. But the whole world knows that moment will live in memories forever. When this episode was released, the world seemed to stop for a moment. Global trending was inevitable, and highlights of Taehyung filled timelines. But more than just virality, what millions of armies truly felt was warmth. A warmth that can't be described with words, only felt through the heart. And perhaps that's why we all love Taehyung. Not just because he's handsome, not just because he's an idol, but because he's human. A human who understands that mere presence, when coupled with sincerity, can be the most powerful medicine for anyone's soul. His presence at Hope on the Street final is proof that love, support, and friendship, genuine and unfeigned, still exist. Still real. Still inspiring. So, to all armies around the world, keep loving sincerely. Because like Taehyung and J-Hope, beautiful stories aren't just created on stage, but also in silent smiles and warm hugs behind the scenes. See you in the next story, only on K-Pop News, a place where every second in the world of K-pop isn't just news, it's a heartfelt story.